In this subject, we have divided our course into 8 modules, and depending on the topic contents, each module again have been divided by few lectures. Finally, I have planned to complete the course of Control System 1 by 25 lectures.
Hello, my dear students. In the last lecture, I have discussed polar plots of frequency domain analysis. Today, I am starting 18th lecture of course on Control System 1. Now, in the present lecture, I am going to introduce Nyquist criteria. Polar plot is the part of the Nyquist criteria.
Today, I will discuss Nyquist criteria. Course outcome. CO3. Understand the concept of feedback system and controllers, design compensators in frequency domain. Objectives. After studying this chapter, student will be able to understand the Nyquist stability criteria of the system and representation its frequency response characteristics, and determine the stability of frequency response system. Numerical solution problem 2. Consider the rectangular closed contour. Map this rectangular closed contour through the function ds is equal to 1 by s plus 3 and sketch the resulting contour in ds plane. Now the contour considered is same as we considered in the example 1. So pole is equal to -3. So put in the S plane S equal to -3. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 and S6. Select the point on the closed contour where pole is present outside of the S plane. Consider this rectangular contour in clockwise direction. Then S1 point is 0. So 0 put in the ds equation. So 1 by 0 plus 3, that means 0.33. So this S1 point mapped into ds plane. So this magnitude is 0.33. So this point is S1. There is no imaginary part. Then S2. S2 is -j1. Put in the ds. Then calculate. So this point is 0.3 plus j 0.3. This S2 point is mapped into ds plane. So this point is 0.3. This is positive real axis and this is positive imaginary axis. This point is 0.3. Then S3. S3 is -2 minus j1. Put in ds. Then S3 is equal to 0.5 plus J 0.5 in the DS plane. So this point is 0.5, that means imaginary part, and this is real part. All are positive. So 0.5 plus J 0.5. This is S3 point. Then consider S4. S4 is minus 2. Then put in DS. Then this answer is 1. So this is the S4 point. Magnitude is 1. There is no imaginary part. Then S5 is minus 2 plus J1. Put in DS. Then calculate. So this S5 point is 0.5 minus J 0.5. So if this point is 0.5 and this is point is minus J 0.5, this point. Then consider S6. S6 is plus J1. So plus J1 put in this equation. Then this answer is 0.3 minus J 0.3. S6 point. This is positive 0.3 and this is negative J 0.3. Then mark all the points on the DS plane and draw the smooth curve. Then from these two figures, we see that if one pole present outside of the cross contour C in the S plane, therefore the corresponding mapping in the DS plane does not encircle the origin of DS plane. প্রথম থেকে বলছি। Numerical solution problem 3. Consider the rectangular closed contour as shown in figure. Map these rectangular contours through the function ds equal to given s plus 1 and sketch the resulting contour in the ds plane. ds equal to s plus 1. If s plus 1 equal to consider 0, then s equal to minus 1. This is the geo of ds. Now consider the closed contour is same as we considered this previous example. It encloses the 0 of ds. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 and S6. Select point the contour where 0 is present inside of the S plane. Consider this rectangular contour in the clockwise direction. S equal to 0, put in ds, then this result is 1. So S1 is mapped in the ds plane. This point is S1. This is magnitude is 1. Then S2 equal to minus J1. Then S2 in the S plane. This is 1 minus J. This point is S2 because this is positive 1 and this is negative minus J. Then S3. S3 is the minus 2 minus J1. Put in ds. Then this result is minus 1 minus J. So this point is S3 because this is negative real axis minus 1 and this is the negative imaginary axis minus J1. This point. Then S4. S4 equal to minus 2. Put in ds. So this answer is minus 1. So this point is S4 minus 1 in the ds plane. Then S5. S5 is minus 2 plus J1. Then in ds plane, S5 is -1 plus J1. This is -1 and this is plus J1, this point. Then S6 is plus J1. Then in ds plane, S6 is +1 plus J1. So this point is +1 plus J1. Then mark all the points on ds plane and draw a smooth curve. From this two figure, we see that if 1, 0 is present inside the closed contour C in the S-plane, therefore, there is one encirclement of origin of the DS plane by the locus of DS is clockwise direction. Poles and zeros mapping in the DS plane. N equal to Z minus P. This is the equation. If the closed contour two zeros in the S plane, then the DS locus in the DS plane encircle origin twice in the clockwise direction. So there is no pole, so Z equal to 2, 2 minus 0, that means 2. So number of encirclement is 2 and positive n, that means clockwise direction. Consider this example. If consider this closed contour and two pole present in this closed contour, then there is no 0. So Z equal to 0 and P equal to 2. 0 minus 2. This answer is -2. So the number of encirclement is 2, but this direction in this closed contour of DS plane is counterclockwise direction. In this figure, this closed contour C enclosing two poles and 1, 0 in the S plane. Then Z equal to 1, P equal to 2. This result is -1. So number of encirclement is 1 and negative n. That means anti-clockwise direction. This gives the DS locus in the DS plane encircle the origin 1 in counterclockwise direction. Nyquist criterion relation between GSHS plane and DS plane. The characteristics equation is given by DS equal to 1 plus GS into HS. Find the roots of DS. We can write DS equal to 1 plus GS HS equal to 0. The zeros of DS are the roots of the characteristic equation. For a feedback system, the necessary and sufficient condition is that all zeros of GSHS, that is the roots of the characteristic equation, must have negative real part. They must lie in the left half of the S-plane. The Nyquist criteria determine the presence of zeros of right-hand side of the S-plane. Let there are Z is the zeros and P is the poles in the right-hand side of the S-plane. This contour is mapped in DS plane as capital gamma D. Enclose the origin n times where n equal to Z minus P in the clockwise. Hence, the system is unstable because the clockwise encirclement is possible only when there are zeros of ds in the right hand side of the S-plane. A feedback system, closed loop system is stable if and only if there is no zeros of ds in the right hand side of the S-plane, that is z equal to 0. So n equal to minus p. Therefore, for a closed loop system to be stable, the number of contour clockwise encirclement of the origin ds plane by gamma d should be equal the number of right half of S-plane poles of ds, which are poles of open loop transfer function of GSHs. Since ds equal to 1 plus GSHs, by this contour gamma GSHs equal to GSHs equal to ds minus 1. So minus 1, that means consider minus 1 plus J0. Contour gamma D in the ds plane can be mapped into GSHS plane. Gamma GSHS, this close contour by shifted horizontally to the left by 1 unit. Thus the encirclement of the origin by the contour gamma D is equivalent to the encirclement of the minus 1 plus J0 by the contour gamma GH. This minus 1 plus J0 point is called critical point. ds equal to 1 plus GSH is equal to 0. If consider ds plane, then encircle the origin. If consider GSH's plane, then encircle the minus 1. That means minus 1 plus J0 point. Number of encirclement of critical point is equal to the Z minus P. The number of counterclockwise encirclement about minus 1 plus J0 point is equal to the number of poles of GSHs in the right hand side of the S-plane with positive real part. Nyquist stability criterion. N equal to Z minus P, where N is the number of encirclement of point minus 1 plus J0. Z is the number of characteristic zeros on the right half of S-plane. P is the number of open loop poles on the right half of S-plane. The Nyquist stability criterion is formally stated as for a closed loop system to be stable, the Nyquist plot of GSHs must be encirclement of point minus 1 plus J0 as many times as the number of poles of GSHs that are in right half of the S-plane. Hence, it is convenient to choose the GSHS plane instead of DS plane for investigating the stability. Therefore, the relation n equal to z minus p can be still be used for finding the unstable zeros of ds, where n is the encirclement of critical point in the GSHS plane by the Nyquist path gamma GH. Consider an example. Given open loop system transfer function GS equal to S plus 3 divided by S into S plus 2. Unity feedback system. So HS is equal to 1. Then taking closed loop transfer function TS. TS equal to CS by RS. So closed loop transfer function formula is GS divided by 1 plus GS into HS, where HS is 1. Then this TS equal to S plus 3 divided by S square plus 3S plus 3. This is the closed loop transfer function of equation 1. So 1 plus GSHS, this is the characteristic equation. If 1 plus GSH is equal to 0, that means consider this denominator is equal to 0, then this is the closed loop poles of the transfer function. Then write down the characteristic equation. 1 plus GSHS, 1 plus GSHS is 1. So from this equation we get S square plus 3S plus 3 divided by S into S plus 2. So this is the ds equal to value, equation 2. Then follow, this is the open loop transfer function. So open loop poles are, if considered denominator is equal to 0, so S equal to 0 and S equal to minus 2. And this is the denominator of characteristic equation. So characteristics equation poles are S equal to 0, S minus 2. That means these characteristics pole is equal to the open loop poles of this system. So that's why this P is the number of open loop poles, because number of open loop poles and characteristics poles are same. And then consider this equation 1 and 2. Here numerator of characteristics zeros are equal to the closed loop poles. So in the GSHS plane, consider the characteristics zeros, because this characteristic zeros is equal to the closed loop poles. Then Z equal to, consider number of characteristic zeros on the right half of S plane. So any characteristic zeros are present right half of S plane, that is a closed loop poles are present in the right half of the S plane. And characteristics poles, this is equal to the open loop poles. The Nyquist study the open loop system but determine the stability of closed loop system without calculating closed loop poles by Nyquist criterion method. Easily determine the stability of the closed loop system. So that's why in GSHS plane, consider the number of characteristic zeros, and this is the number of open loop poles. If you know number of encirclement of GSHS plane and number of open loop poles on the right half of S plane, then you can easily determine the number of characteristics zeros on the right hand side of the S plane. If any zero present right half of the S plane, that means closed loop poles are present right half of S plane, then system is unstable. If z equal to 0, so there is no characteristic 0 on the right half of S-plane, then the system is stable because there is no closed loop pole present right hand half of the S-plane. The sources and references that I have used to prepare this video lecture are enlisted here.
Next lecture is coming soon on Nyquist plot of frequency domain analysis of linear system. Please follow the lecture. Thank you.